Hi, and welcome back to the next installment of Survival Fountain of Youth. So, a bit of a disaster, I'm afraid, because I did record an episode where we sailed off to the Buffalo region, but for some reason, I don't know, file corruption or something, I managed to lose that episode. So, what I'm going to have to do in this episode is just walk through what I did in the last one, or rather, the lost one. Now, we did get back from Lonely Rock before sailing off to the Buffalo region, and we found a medicine book there, and I read it. If we just go tab and then go to character, and third one down, we just look at our skills, and we look under medicine. So this is what it gave us: living water cures diseases. Not that useful, to be honest, because we don't anticipate having to use living water too often in this game. But anyway, that's what we got. Now, what else? I tried to bring that barrel back from Lonely Rock, put it on the boat, but it just falls off every time, so that didn't work. But anyway, now one thing I did notice, something we did at Lonely Rock gave us the facility to do this. If we just go to E, interaction, we can upgrade the book now. We just need 1 rope and 3 wide leaves. And what that's going to do is the canoe we made, if we just look at this, e-interaction. So I've got all these things with us because we are going to take off. Well, firstly, in this episode, I'm just going to walk through what I did in the missing episode, and then we'll head off to Copper Island. But what we've got is a ship repair kit, which I think we have to repair the ship to upgrade it anyway. We've got a flint, we've got feather and ink. Now this is kind of an upgraded charcoal because it maps a bigger area, I think. Because if you just look at this, we found this in the ship that we're about to go to. Excellent consumable mapping tool, has high efficiency, whereas this one has low efficiency. So you can make feather and ink with mapping charcoal. We should actually go make some of those before we head off. We might do that. Now, one thing I do have is a couple of wood shovels, because I know that we need shovels at Copper Island. We'll see why when we get there. Some food, some wood chips in case we want to start a fire somewhere. I'm carrying 6 builder toolkits, because if we want to make a dock somewhere so that we can fast forward, it's going to be 3 docks. And if we make a dock, we're going to need a hammer, because we can only make a dock with a hammer in hand. Couple of obsidian shards in case we want to repair a tool, obsidian spear in case our iron one breaks. I actually don't need that, so I can dump it off. A bunch of medicines, pickaxe in case we need it. So let's go get rid of that stone first. See, we were dumping all the stones here. Done. So let's go upgrade our boat first. So if we go E interaction and then try to upgrade it without, it says repair the ship for upgrading. So we've got no choice but to repair. So let's do that. Level 2 repairing, nice. So E, upgrade, upgrade to improved canoe, place resources, takes 1 hour, 12 minutes build. All right. And now we've got storage for 200 versus 100. So let's head off to the Buffalo region, and I'll see you when we get there, and I'll just walk through what we did when we got there the last time. All right, before taking off, I made a point of sleeping, eating, and drinking, and I also made a point of just checking what we were taking with us. Now, what I forgot previously was to take some water and also some liana rope, because we are going to want to do some mapping when we get there. Okay, let's climb aboard and let's head off. So if we just go M, and we just go to the top icon here, then there's the iron region that we can't get to here, but here is the region map for the Buffalo region. So what we did in the missing episode is we just came here, and you don't see this as Copper Island, and I'm not sure you see this as the Santa Maria, but what you do see is this travel point, which is kind of the default entry point given that we don't have a dock there. So we travel there. And once you arrive, this is what you see. You've got this rock in front of you. You can just about see that mast on the left-hand side. But you just need to sail in behind that rock. I'll see you once we're there in a minute. So coming in behind the rock here, you start to see the ship. And there's kind of a docking area right here. Not a docking area, but just an area that you can park the boat. So there's a bunch of sticks in here you could pick up, but nothing important. And then we run up to the boat. Actually, what's the time? I'm just going to sleep before we start this. Back in a moment. Okay, back where we were, and it's daytime, so we're going to have more light. So when you come onto the ship, so you're going to look around. One of the first things that you're going to find, there are a few things to loot around the place, so it's worth just looking around. But one of the first things you find is this door. Now, when you arrive, this door is locked, and it gives you the mini quest of find the captain's key. So, all right, so now we have to look around for the captain's key. Now, while we're doing this, we come to this gate and we see that it's locked, and it says find an iron bar or a way to open it. So what you have to do is find this iron bar, which is in this ship here. So you pick this up, go back, and then you apply the iron bar to the gate here and it opens it up. Then you come down here and you'll see this cannon, which won't look like this. It'll be in pieces, but it says find the barrel of the cannon. So then we have to go back up. And the barrel of the cannon will be right here. So we just have to put it on our shoulders, go back downstairs. And put the barrel of the cannon onto there. Then it says go find a cannonball. So what you have to do is you come up to this door here. Now it's going to have boxes piled in front of it. So all you have to do is just move the boxes like so until the doorway is clear. Then you go inside, just search around, you'll find the cannonball. And some other random loot as well. Nothing great or important. But I think there's a medical kit and something else. Did we miss anything? Rope made of skin. Okay. Yeah, nothing important. And then once we've got the cannonball, we come out of here. We go back to... let me see, which way is it? This way. We go back to here. And then it says we have to light the cannon. Now, when we light the cannon, it blows this hole here, so then we can come through here, and then we can loot around. Something else I missed first time. And then we look around, we find the captain's key. I think it's possibly on this table in here. But the only other important piece of loot that you really need to make sure you find, and missed that too. A primitive ship repair kit. Okay. The important piece of loot that you really need to make sure you find is this bit, set of tools, because these are going to be really valuable later in the game, once you need to make iron tools. But now that we have the key to the captain's cabin, we can head up. Oh, one thing I didn't do. We're going to have a need of tendon threads pretty soon. And if you press G on here and then you dismantle these guys, you get tendon threads. Oh, and a medical kit I missed. So there were a few other things as well that you could dismantle for tendon threads, which I did get on the first visit. Can't remember what they were, but yeah, just check everything to see what gives tendon threads, because you're going to need a whole bunch of them. Wood chips, yeah. But if you get to find everything you need on the ship to be able to light the torch, to light the fuse, to shoot this, make that hole. But the set of tools is the most important thing. So we come up here, now we've got the key to the captain's cabin. We open this door, come in, and you get a cutscene here, which basically says that somebody killed these two guys, and that we have to follow the trail. And we have to, top right there, find the camp of the surviving Spanish crew. So we're pretty much updated now, and we found the feather and ink in there. All right, and then we're done with this ship, and we can sail off to Copper Island. Now, importantly, Copper Island, one of the first things that's going to happen once we get there is we are going to start to overheat if we are anywhere in this region of the daytime here. So it means that your first visit, if it's in these hours here, kind of the midday hours, you're going to get this overheating condition. Once you've got that, because we don't have any protection for it, then your thirst increases by a factor of something like 3 times. And we don't have any way to fix it. Because the only way we can fix it is to get some things off of Copper Island, which enables us to make the medicine that we can heal the overheating conditions. So it's a bit tricky there, because if you get there without realizing that, you get the overheating condition, suddenly you're thirsty non-stop and you've got no way of fixing it. But we know about that, so we are not going to go there in the daytime. Oh, I missed that there. But let's just grab this. Oh, some strong branches as well. Okay. So we are not going to go do that. We're not going to go there midday. So we did see a bed in here. So I'm going to sleep until... Yeah, that looks about good. That looks about right. So that way when we get there, it's not going to be midday and we're not going to get the overheating. And we can pick up what we need to make the medicines to cure overheating. But also, we can pick up what we need to upgrade the Tanner workbench. Because then, once that's upgraded, we will be able to make leather clothing. And once we have leather clothing, that's going to give us 100% protection against the overheating. So we kind of need to get in and out of Copper Island so that we can do all that. So F, take the helm. There it is. F, take the helm. And let's head off to Copper Island. So it's off to our left. Just head towards that rock and then turn left. But yeah, the ship, that's the most important thing to find. That is a set of tools. But you also find a book there, which is a sailing book. So if you just go to character, you need to make sure you pick up the book here, which gives you duration of fast travel is reduced by 50%. But anyway, we are now fully caught up. Although I did do this in the missing episode where I went to Copper Island and did a few things. So let's head over there. Now, coming into Copper Island, you probably want to head for that tree on the right-hand side here. That's a cartographer tree. In fact, let's try and get up there and see if we can map before nighttime. It's going to be a bit tight. Let's see if we can do this. But whenever you come into Copper Island, make sure you don't get the overheating icon in the top left there, which we don't because we're about the right timing. So we need a piece of rope. I'm going to take that. We're also going to take the 2 shovels. And just see if we can get this done before the sun sets. It's looking tight. Alright, that's our ladder in place. Yeah, I think we're just about going to be able to do it. Alright, M, mapping, start. We're using the feather and ink, which gives us it's either quicker or it gives us more mapped area. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, now that that's been done. But the most important things that we need to do here before we go home, 2 things. Firstly, this tree here. Because to upgrade the Tanner workbench, we need this guy, a strong branch. So let's take all of that. And the second most important thing, which is going to exhaust us because it's mining, is to find all of these things here. And we need termites. So E, F. You see how it drains our stamina there. Yeah, we've got enough energy for maybe 1 more. But we need a bunch of these termites, because the termites will enable us to make the medicine to cure overheating. But the strong branch that we picked up, that should enable us to... Completely exhausted. Continue. Alright, so we are done. And we are too heavy. what can we drop? What are we at? 52. Right, one of those. It'll be there when we come back. So I think we are now done with Copper Island. What we could do is place down a dock here to give ourselves a fast forward point. But if you remember, every time we come back here, sorry, M for map, it's always going to bring us back here if we don't have a dock. And we're kind of close enough that it's not a priority to build a dock right now. We could do, but given our exhaustion and everything, I think we can let it go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head home and use everything that we've got to see if we can make the leather armor, because that will enable us to come back and have overheating protection 100%. And all we need for that is the upgraded workbench, but we need to sleep. But we cannot sleep here. Or rather, we can sleep here, but we can't. Yeah, let's sleep a little bit, maybe. Alright, but we have to move away from here now. Because during the daytime, we're going to get that overheating thing. But I think we can head home now, because we've really got everything that we want. Yeah, let's do that. Let's head home. Just look at our tiredness there. We should be okay by the time we get home. So we just need to hit the top one here. So this is the copper region. This is the bird region. And there's our travel point, which is our home. And confirm. Here we are at home. We are rested, fed, and watered, and able to look at what we can do. Now, we do need to upgrade this, because then that will give us access to this leather. But unfortunately, we need a copper tank. So it means we have to go back to Copper Island to get some copper. Yes, we did need the strong branch, but that's not enough. All right, so we do have to go back to Copper Island and running around Copper Island. But we do now have the facility to make the treated formic acid, which is what we need. Treats with all... That's not good English, is it? Treats with all forms of overheating. Okay, treats all forms of overheating, etc. So we can make 7 of these, which will enable us to run around Copper Island no problem. But we need suitable mortar, which is why we picked up these tortoise shells earlier. Because that plus a short handle. We make these short handles out of the long, big branches, remember? So we can do that. We can go back here, we can make our 7 formic acids. So now we can run around Copper Island and go get the copper, which is what we will do in the next episode. To get the copper, we're going to have to face off with a couple of cats for the first time, but we can do that. We got our brand new wooden bow, and I made a few more obsidian arrows as well in the meantime. Iron spear, still good, still got 30 left. So we'll do that in the next episode. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you for the next one when we'll go back, face off with the cats, and we'll get some copper.